never plucked my courage up, for I began to see that Mary Lee grew restless with the budding of the trees. It was on a Sunday afternoon I called to take her out. It was Mary's dad, not Mary, who answered to my shout. If it's her that she's seeking, you've a long, long way to go. She joined the bands for Scotland at least 12 hours ago. For a while I stood there speechless at what her father said, and the promises I'd hoped for were still ringing in my head. Then I knew that I must travel the road she'd gone on, even if it took me to the dark side of the sun. So early next morning I started for Ilkley. The city was silent and still as a stone. With hope in my heart and fire in my head, I set off to find where the gypsies had gone. I flagged down a car that dropped me at Bolton, the valley before me, the town at my back. Walking alone by the low hills of Wharfdale, by the black top of Gipsy, I saw the dawn crack. The first one I met on the road was a farmer. He nodded his head as he passed me by. I asked him politely if he'd seen the gypsies. They were camped up at Langstropdale, came his reply. By evening I came to the village of Bumpton, decided that here I should make my night stop. Have you seen the gypsies? I asked my friend Jackie. They've moved on, he said, they've gone over the top. So next morning I took the road into Wensleydale. Moorland before me stretched out like a dream, up by the boulders and over the bridge where the white lady walks into the stream. An old man I'd met once before, Kit Calvert, the maker of Wensleydale cheese. And when I asked Kit if he'd seen the gypsies, the words that he spoke helped to put me at ease. He said the gypsies left early. I watched as they went. They had one among them, a fine dark-haired lass. She shouted to me from the back of a wagon. They were making the Kelp by the Buttertubs Pass. Now the Buttertubs Pass, it's steep and it's high, and the horses would find it a hard way to go. If I kept on the road and my boots didn't fail me, I might catch them up before daylight was through. High on the road and nobody near me, far from the city and far from all harm. Sheep on the hillside, grouse in the heather, the blind windows of a far distant farm. The sadness in her face is a thing I can't describe. We didn't speak a word, there was nothing we could say about the closing of a love affair, the closing of a day. Mary took my hand in hers, I took her hand in mine. Just one more night together before we had our time. We couldn't sleep inside the van, there wasn't any room, so I spent the night in Mary's arms beneath the haloed moon. I woke up in the morning, the light was cold and grey. The gypsies and their caravans had gone upon their way. In my head a burning pain, in my heart a hole. By my side an oath was pinned, have mercy on my soul. The last time I heard a word about my Mary Lee, she was married to a tinker